Robo Guy 75, not giving up yet, but I'm through with Thune. It kind of almost rhymes, doesn't it? I'm through with Thune, and people are losing hope because of him. In my opinion, Trump shouldn't do any more foreign policy until the SAVE Act is passed. Hell, put J.D. Vance in because he's the president of the Senate. No, I'm with you. And the base has every right to be absolutely livid over this. This is, if there was one political issue that had sort of all the closest unanimous support that you can possibly get, it is the SAVE Act. It is proof of citizenship and voter ID. I mean, and that's basically the SAVE Act right there. It is patently absurd that any Republican worth their salt could even consider not voting for that. So I'm with you. And it is Thune's job. This is politics. You just saw what happened with John Cornyn. All right, they can flip on a dime. They're not the idea that they are they're people of integrity that are always true to their beliefs. Come on, you know that's not true. That's not why people become politicians. It's a business model. So McConnell, I think it was at Tillis, Murkowski, they're holding out for something. Now, in fairness, as I understand, Susan Collins has come on board, but they're holding out for something, and I don't know what it is. So, but that's Thune's job to figure out. Now, if Mike Johnson can get majorities with a margin of 2 or 3 votes, thank you, Tom Massey, who always betrays it every single time because he's not interested in governing. He's just interested in obstructing. But if he should get some advice from Mike Johnson on if he can whip, 216, 217 Republicans in a line, he should be able to whip 51, 52 Republicans in a line. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, as I understand it right now, it is the real battle is the immediate battle is procedural. He's going to have to figure out how to get this to a successful vote. And I think there's, I meant to research this. I think there's one way of introducing it by way of a letter from Congress that would not require a filibuster. But somebody's analysis said, yeah, but at some point, a final vote would. You can sneak it through a reconciliation bill, but that might not make it past the Senate parliamentarian because of the Byrd Act. So, bottom, or you could suspend, at least temporarily, you could suspend the filibuster. The Democrats are going to do it on day one when they come to power, if they ever come back to power in the Senate. So you might as well do it. There's just no way around it. You might as well. This is politics. Let's do it. Brass knuckles politics. Let's do it. I have to tell you, RoboGirl, I believe they will. At this point, again, I don't know, but I believe they will solely because they're politicians and they know that if they don't do this, their careers are shot. Whoever votes against this, Murkowski and Tillis is already gone, so he doesn't care. But we don't need him. We've got John Fetterman is joining our side. He's the only one who's been voting for funding DHS and funding and voting for this SAVE Act. So that's really, we're good to go. But they know we've got the votes, but they know that if they vote against it, they're done. So they're going to have to. There's no way around it. Now, you get the doomers out there, the defeatists. They're like, the Republicans are deliberately trying to sabotage Trump and give the Senate over to the Democrats. And so they, it's just, first of all, how could they possibly know that? That's my first response. What did you discover an email? Did you discover a text? Yeah, we're going to sabotage Trump. You can't know that. That's how you're trying to read the tea leaves, but you're reading the tea leaves like a doomer. Republicans love being in power. They like having the majority. Stop acting like an idiot. They like having Trump. They don't necessarily like Trump, but they like the fact that he can be a bit of a lightning rod for them and that he's pushing an agenda, and they basically and all the donors are running over to the Republicans because they see that's where all the momentum is. Just look at the amount of money Republicans are raising, for heaven's sakes. It's like 10-1 with Democrats. So yeah, I think they'll do it. But don't do the either or, no more foreign policy into the end. I get it. But keep in mind, making America great we're in a multipolar world now. We're not behind a wall, we're not isolated. There's balancing that has to go around the world, but we can walk and chew gum, and I'm with you 1,000%. So good, Robo Guy. Excellent.